line. Check the radio, pit crew is far from slow. The lights no longer yellow. Ready, steady, go. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 In love with the ride. Burning rubber smells real nice. Fuel it up once or twice. Come on, fast is the way to drive. Crowds all on their feet, not one bothered by the heat. Imagine them in the driver's seat. Checkered flag would be sweet. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Everybody get ready. On your feet. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Crank it up. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Crank it up.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is that time again where I present to you live from Rockingham Speedway here down in North Carolina. It is going to be the RTC Race Tech Coatings iRacing League Pro Series. Right on the show here tonight as the Xfinity cars take the stage with all intents and purposes of putting on a show for you fans at home. I got to run. I am Christian Crusaders driver, and welcome back to the show as always. We're getting ready to get out of here tonight. It's put on a show for you and watch this one go down. As we return to an old school favorite in this mile-long track, this is good old Rockingham Speedway returning back to the show once again here as we get ready to go to the action. Let's take a look on our starting lineup. Let's take a look here as number 1 seed there, and the number 36 will be Brandon Kohler. On the pole it is outside, that'll be Parker White, the 95. Row 2, we're going to see Jared T. Darling there, and the number 3 is outside, that'll be Sean Powell, the 97. Row number 3, Joseph Costello and the 66 is outside, or 60, excuse me, that'll be Mitch Hobbs and the 89. Row number 4 is Justin R. Smith and the 66 outside, Kristen Swenson in the 11. Row number 5 is going to, or excuse me, yeah, 5 is going to be Tyler Justice in the 12, and his outside, that'll be Hayes Booth, the number 2. Row number 6 is going to be Aiden Yikes McCurker, and 39 is outside the Ferrari, Anna Trapari. Row number 7, Tyler Conner, the 33, will rock it outside of him with Keelan Belsha in the 18. Row number 8, Brady Weileman in the 44 is outside, Sartaj Man in the number 49. Row number 9 is Ryan Beckering in the 4 is outside, Tyler No, the 017. Row number 10, Mike Cambeo in the 24 is outside, Anthony Gagitano in the 69. Row number 11, it is Wes Wyman, the 85 is outside, Mark Lewis, the 84. Row number 12, Darrell Arnold, the number 6 is outside, Kyle Camper in the 91. Next row, we'll just have to go with what we got here. We're going to have to go to the race, and here we go. Producers, you got to give me time to get these, you got to give me time to get these lineups in, man. You got to let the rest of the field in. Cantiago, and Mark Lewis in the 84, 91, Kyle Camper, Darrell on the 6, 48, Jonathan Leach, 93 of Richard Kirker, 81 of Mason Thompson, 85 Wes Wyman, 3 of Dennis Smith, 42 of Cole Williams, and then Tim Rivers in the 23 rounds out your field as we are green flag racing on PTM Rings TV, folks. And out of the gate, Brendan John Kohler, the 36, has got the race lead. Hope he doesn't get annoyed with me because I always love that last name. Just Polar! It's too much fun to say. Well, speaking of too much fun to say, this is going to be a little fun to watch right here. Battle out in the pack here as we go into caution. Caution's out. We got a problem down there. One car is off the pace, off the run. Feel a little stretched out, it looks like. There's troubles down there for the big dog Daryl Arnold as well as some other drivers here. Take a look at the PTM instant replay, find out what happened. We do have a little bit of a bigger field than usual, so we may not be able to catch all the drivers when stuff happens on our show. First caution of the night, unfortunately, and I'll bring everybody to a creeching crawl and a little smack on around. We'll have to get them figured out again here. Take it down, talk with our boys here while we go through. There's a lot of drivers to talk with and a lot of folks to bring in as we bring Zoom in this one. So let's start it off with the Walter Esports crew and our boy Hayes in the booth in the number 2. Hayes, how you doing, buddy?
Hey man, I'm doing pretty good. I was just thinking, literally 30 seconds ago, I was like, I wonder if he's gonna pull me in to be interviewed.
I thought we'd get you out of the way because we know your fan base will come in here and ask me about that one. So, and just like that, your girl Lori just hummed in. She said, "Let's go, Hayes." So there you go. There, Mama, he's here with us. Don't worry. So Hayes, right now we're out at Rocking Speedway. So, oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. I was just saying, yeah, it's been a. I don't know why I was about to say it's been a good race so far. We've run 2 laps, but yeah, so far I've been able to make up 1 spot. Started 10th. Had a pretty poor qualifying performance. Really wanted better than that, but my teammates were all able to start inside the top 5, so I'm proud of them. Brennan's leading the race right now, so yeah, so far off to a good start for our team, but we're trying to make up spots right now. Hopefully we'll be able to get up there.
Alright, well, we certainly wish him the best of luck here, and looks like Randy, too, has coming on in saying bring it, number 2, so you got some people to please tonight, my friend.
Yes, sir. Hopefully we can make him proud. Hi, Aiden. Hi.
Good to have you on board tonight, Hayes. Best of luck.
Yes, sir. Thank you, guys.
Hey, Hayes in the booth in the number 2 right now, looking to put on a little bit of a fight, little show here as pace truck lights are off, which means one thing. I think you guys kind of got the idea already. We're going back green flag racing here in just a minute. Now, fans at home, something we have been asked as of late and we've been questioning about is we've been wanting to know, will we add more videos and will we add more things to the streams? And the matter of fact, the answer is yes. If you actually looked on our race info, you may have noticed something. We didn't tag Facebook PTM anymore. We put YouTube PTM on there. So from now on, we will have live streams on broadcasted for Facebook. However, every stream afterwards will be put up onto YouTube. So from here on out, race fans, you will never, ever miss another race or miss another opportunity to see your best and favorite drivers out on the track. PTM Race TV will be bringing everything over to YouTube after the Facebook live streams from here on out. So if you haven't already, I highly recommend get your friends, get your family over there, because this will be put over there right after this race. And subscribe on our YouTube to get all the action when it pops up. So let's get back to the action and get racing. Here we go. Rockingham Speedway is a short track, old school mindset field. You cannot be playing the old bump and run without a little bit of a nature of fighting it out with. Hayes move a little bad corner up turn 2. Looks like my broadcaster curse is still getting everybody around here. He fires it back, gets a little run there as Brady Bergerton while him in that next level racing machine. That's a little something to say at him. He is trying to charge on the outside, looking for a run up there. The 44 Camaro right now pretty much hanging in there with the field, hanging in with the pace, keeping up with the time and keeping up the track. As the guys up front battle it out for the race lead. Brendan John Kohler in that 36 Subaru trying to hold down Jared T. Darling in the number 1 Ford Mustang. Looking to get a little bit of a speed going, a little bit of a boost into the corner there. You can just see how tight this track is and how hard it is to master. It is no joke. We have seen many drivers get spun. We've seen many drivers get taken out completely, but this is one of those tracks you've just got to watch every spot, every shot, every marker on. Otherwise, it could be the end of your race before you even know it. On the outside line, there is the MAP TV Subaru number 39. The Iceman cometh, Aiden Kirker. Kirker right now having a little bit of a tussle here with Tyler Justice. As we go to another caution, we got a problem down there. More problems. Caution is out. Caution is out. See if we can take a look here and see if we can figure out where that came from. And there seems to be some damage on old Mason David Jason Thompson, the 81. So it looks like he's got some damage up on that one. Will cost him some precious time. No word on the replay. It looks like this did not happen in our field of sight, so we do not have a way to show what happened exactly, guys. With 30 drivers in the field, remember I can only show about 20 on the track, so if I don't have any word on what happened out there, then there's really no point in trying to even go to the PTM Instant Replay. So, again, our apologies there, but not much we can do about it. Well, there's one thing we can do to pass the time and keep things going, keep the show rolling. Talk with our drivers. We got on the show now. It is the number 66, Justin R. Smith. Now, Justin, kind of seen you a little bit earlier on, you know, throughout the racing back at Daytona. You certainly was putting on a bit of a fight, put on a bit of a show. But now, as you get the Passion Squad Race 66 out on the track here at Rockingham, what's the strategy going into this one?
Keep it out of the wall. That's about it, to be honest. We really struggled on making a set, and we settled on one really right at the end, like with 5 minutes left to go in practice, and have one that feels pretty decent, decently fast, but I mean it's not as fast as some of these cars, so it's really just going to be about hoping we get a long run and just being able to save the tires.
Just letting you get to the pit road taken care of first before we say anything else here, but just a quick question for that then. With that setup then, does it feel more like a long run, or do you feel like this might be a more short run basis for that that chassis and design on it?
It's definitely gonna be a long run. It's super loose on early in the run, so it's the goal was to not burn the right front off, and that's what this set does. It's gonna be a struggle early in the runs, but we're just gonna take what we can get.
Well, I appreciate your time here, Justin. We'll see if it does just that and can perform to the long run of your heart's content.
Thank you.
From the Passion Squad Racing, ladies and gentlemen, the number 66, Justin R. Smith. Now joining me here in the booth here will be Mr. Wes Weidman, the mayor from Maverick Motorsports. Now joins me in here real quick. Now, Mr. Mayor, if we may have a word with you, sir, from the press, if you will.
Yes, sir.
All right, he joins us in now, the Zycat, number 85 here, Chevrolet Camaro. Wes, as we get ready to get back to the green flag here, what has been your feeling on this track so far as we came from Daytona last week?
We go from one difficult track to the next, but the key here is a little bit different. It's just trying to stay calm, stay patient, keep the fenders on, and track position is key. And then if I can do all three, then I will be good to go.
You heard it here from the Dynaco, Zycoat, number 85 Camaro. This is Wes Wyman, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for your time, sir.
Thank you.
Wes Wyman right now getting prepared to go back at it here with the field and his Maverick Motorsports crew. Race fans, we're getting ready to get back to the action now as the drivers get ready to put the charge and the throttle to the floorboards. You know what it's time to do. We'll put the pedal to the metal this next go around here. Field will work their way back into track position. As they come up around the race here, firing them on into the start. We're back to the green flag. Off the back straightaway, immediately out of the gate, there, T. Darling falling back to Parker White. White already getting back his spot. He started out in the beginning of his race. The 68 Joseph Costello trying to put the number 64 Mustang ahead. Now Tyler Justice in that Chevrolet Camaro, while the gearhead boy tries to put a little bumper to him and get him out of the way in his mind. Now again, you heard earlier on there from what you saw from the boy there, and I believe that was, of course, we heard from Justin R. Smith, was about the whole thing about a setup. Yes, these drivers are running on open setups. This is not a fixed setup race. This isn't what you usually see from drivers out here on our show. This is a different kind of landscape. What they does is they drive a car that has the same chassis and all that, but they can make tweaks to the shocks, to the tire adjustments. They can make it to where it's a long run. They can make it a really fast, short run. But really, what they're all about is trying to make what is comfortable to them and comfortable to their style. And that is how they run it in. Cartage, man, right now looking to possibly hold down the 15th position here, working their way from the back and the front. We got guys all over the place here in the going early on. Some drivers struggling to keep pace and keep momentum here right now as Kyle Camper in the 91 have a little bit of work to do up ahead of him. That's Keelan Belcher right in front of him there in the number 18. Belcher currently holding his line down, giving himself something to really think about here. So the Patsy Squad Racing boys definitely been on the fence as of late, really trying to figure out these cars, figure out the corners as more as they go. As we go a little 3 wide slip there after a little bump and tag on Tyler Gahn. The 33 gets a little love note there from Camper. Camper sends it straight out of here. It says, see you later, buddy. Couldn't quite get a pass in though. Now Beckering right on the inside. Love tap there to the side. That's short track fender bumping and banging. That's how you do it around here, boys. And the 69 there of Anthony Gagitano will move ahead of it, taking a full advantage of that shot as the 81 of Mason Navy Tyson Thompson also looking to make a little run off, look a little bit of a run down. The fields are packed. They're as strong as can be, and nobody giving an inch on the rest of their charge. You can actually see how far 15th on back is really from the pack of leaders. It's a bunch of hungry dogs really trying to save up tires or give themselves a little bit more opening, a little more run for the later half of this race. Remember, there's 170 laps they must complete in this time frame in this race here, so there's no telling who will get the advantage and who will get a bit of a little kick in the butt or a little lick in or a little side skirt and send it down with the heat in there. 4 cars battling it out here now for the top 9. Troubles down there. We've got problems. We've got problems. Sartaj, man, and looks like Jonathan Leach involved in this one, and we do have a replay to show you, so we'll get to that in just a minute. Whoa, major damage on the 49 of Sartaj, man, and unfortunately, Jonathan Leach is well getting kind of caught up in the mix of that one, so we'll have to take a look at the PTM instant replay and check this one out. Something not going right into the corner there for these drivers. Let's take a look. So here's what happened. They were coming off turn 1. Watch that 49 as he drifts just slightly in to the 48. You can see he was not trying to get in and do him. Unfortunately, he was trying to make the pass, but keep it close. But that's the difference maker that you run the risk of when you're driving out on these kind of speeds and you're driving this close together. And pretty much the whole field is going to go into pit road. They are opting to try and get a little something going for themselves. But we do have some drivers to talk with here, so let's head on back down to the chat. From DI9 Motorsports, ladies and gentlemen, it is the big dog, Darrell Arnold on the line, and the number 6. And big dog, how you doing, buddy?
What's up, Chris? Doing okay, man. It's going to be a long night.
I'm about to say, y'all going to have a little bit of work to do with that car here, man. You've already got some damage going up. What happened?
Just getting caught up in other messes. It's my own fault. I had a bad qualifying round, so I started back here in the back. And people a little over anxious. Got a lot of skilled drivers in here tonight. Everybody's trying to prove something, which is good. Plus, it's The Rock, right?
It is The Rock. So that means old short track mentality and mindset. You got to push and bang a little bit to get around one another.
Heck yeah. I'm going to try to make this last. I'm running on 8Xs right now in a crashed up car, but let's see what happens.
I appreciate your time here tonight, big dog. We'll see if you can do that and then some and pull off a show for the fans at home.
Thanks, Christian.
Absolutely. The big dog having a little talk or two with you fans at home, letting you guys know he's okay and he's doing all right. Plenty of drivers looking to kind of make their move and make their fight in here. Let's go down and talk with our Nebula Esports drivers. Starting off tonight with one of the guys we are now introduced to for the first time. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome in Mitch Hobbs in the 89 Ford Mustang. Mitch, do you have the copy, sir?
I gotcha.
All right, my friend. So, right now he started back in 6th position at the start. Now in the top 5. The Nebula Esports guys have been the ones we've been told to keep our eye on throughout these events. And so far, you're definitely proven why that is here.
Yes, that's been solid so far. I'm waiting to see how we get on a long run. It's been a little tight over the bumps, but second the tire pressure started to come up, it was getting a little bit better. So I'm curious to see what's going to happen as we get on a long run. I think we can definitely have some of these guys beat, but you know, Kohler and Darling and a bunch of other guys look pretty quick, so it's going to be tough.
Certainly there indeed. Well, nevertheless, Mitch, do appreciate your time here tonight, my friend. Welcome to the show and welcome to the track.
Absolutely. Glad to be here.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, from Nebula Esports, Mitch Hobbs and the number 89. All right, race fans, we're getting ready to get them double filed up, and they're going to call them up. Our boy Dylan Hervaden has now come into the show. He's trying to close out the field by saying, I want to get in this booth here tonight with the Crusader here being me. Or Ben, just let me know, man. Whatever you want, jump in. We'll talk. We'll have a little fun. So about 150, just under 150 laps need to be completed in this race here tonight at Rockingham. A couple cautions, unfortunately, involved in this one. I think we're at our third here. Last one, unfortunately, coming because of Jonathan Leach, and looks like Sartaj, man, unfortunately, just gotten into one another. So folks know I'm wondering, Dylan, of course, not with us here, unfortunately, at the moment. Still currently dealing with his flighting school out there, so, or at least I believe that's what you're doing out there. You gotta remind me some of these things, man. I've got so many broadcasts I call for, I cannot keep enough notes or clip notes to remember this stuff, so I apologize in advance if I completely forgot about that. Coming down across the front straightaway here, the big dog sends it off. Little tire spin though out of the start. May not have been the best place to do it. Here we go. They're going to charge quick, and they're going to pound them in quickly as they can here. Looks like a little bit of a run there for Jared T. Darling as the number 2 of Ace Booth sends it straight to the boot and gives some boys the boot, getting up to the front. The big dog will have to lay off a little bit, try to give these guys some breathing room. This is where things get a little loosey-goosey. It's a tough track to master, especially considering that these are the Pro Series drivers, and they have to find a lot of open areas, a lot of moving parts to really keep these cars online. The number 60, Joseph Castello, now moving into the position, into the pack to look for a little runoff. He's down 4 spots. He started back in 5th. He's now in 9th. And it looks like he's got company right there with him in Brady Mercantile Weileman and old Cole Williams as well. Whoa! Cole having to slow down tremendously going in that corner. 3 wide slid there out of turn 2. Cole managing to evade and escape damaging there. There looked like a little bit of just a little racing ordeal. These guys just kind of getting so hard on the throttle so quick out of the gate. It's been an absolute barn burner here from some of these guys up front and in the back. A lot of side-by-side draft pack fights in between. No gimmies around here at the Rockingham Speedway. It's either you want it or you just crash yourself trying to win it. Our boy Dylan saying yes, working on it. He's talking about that pilot's license I was talking about. Good to hear from you there, Dylan. And again, if you haven't already, tell your friends and family if they don't have Facebook to head over to our YouTube and watch this race after. All broadcasts will be sent to YouTube from here on out. I will repeat that throughout the entire week so everyone knows it. But at the end of the day, I mean, you cannot wait to give a lot more content over to our YouTube, and that is something we've been trying to do for so long. The Mayor Wes Wyman now coming up there, up on one of his one of his old friends, then the big dog Darrell Arnold, as Aiden the Iceman cometh. Aiden Kirker trying to not only get a win finally here at Rockingham Speedway, but also he is trying to defend his season championship. He won that last season out in an absolute hellacious fight to the end for supremacy and victories. Had a lot going for him at stake, had a lot going down on the track, and he certainly showed it time and time again. Keelan Belcher, the 18, now looking like he's got a little bit of a run going here in the Passion Squad Racing crew. He's in the 16th at the moment, trying to get up to the field up front with Brendan and John Kohler leading it in. Ain't this some right now. Parker White a little bit further back of Brendan John. Brendan right now pretty much keeping his distance, keeping it well known and well regarded. I think he's trying to make sure that everyone knows you're supposed to social distance about that far, especially when you're around Parker White. Sue Wally Bennett coming on board saying go Hayes tonight. Oh, Miss Sue, it is a pleasure to have you on board, my dear. I already brought him in to talk, so you can catch that on the YouTube end later on. But here's the boy, Hayes Booth. He's actually running in 3rd. He's up 7 spots, looking to charge up to White and Kohler. Bill's starting to slow up a little bit. Looks like there's some damage down there. I believe that might be Darrell Arnold with the damage. And nope, that was not him. Looks like somebody else with some serious damage, and that does warrant a caution. Looking through our field, trying to figure out where the caution is struck by. And looks like we do not have a confirmed answer on that one, so we're going to have to call that one a ghost caution. Something happened. We did not have the way of seeing it. All right. Let's go ahead and talk back down with our drivers here. Got a whole list of drivers to head up and talk with here. We'll start it up with our Walter Esports guys now. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting back onto the show here. This is Jared T. Darling in the number 1. Jared, didn't mean to bring you in as you're going into pit road though, bud.
It's all good. You can talk.
All right, so, well, nevertheless here, man, the number 1 Ford Mustang pretty much been up in the fight, into the zone for most of the top 10, top 5, if you will, but you got a lot of tough competitors in this season here. I gotta believe this is probably one of the biggest seasons to win on anything, much less to get a victory on the circuit, isn't it?
Oh yeah, for sure. Competition, obviously pretty high, and I think tonight the setup's a lot better than the driver here. I'm kind of struggling. I feel like tonight and had a bad restart there, but hopefully we can continue the momentum for the win last week and get a good decent run here. Like I said, I think I got a lot of work to do here, but you know, still a long way to go in this race. Maybe I can figure it out by the end of the race.
For sure there. Well, nevertheless here, we appreciate time here. We'll see maybe if that number 1 has a little something to say to the boys up front there.
I hope so, man. Hope to talk to you later.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, from Walter Esports, this is Jared T. Darling in the number 1. Got a little bit of time to bring in another driver. Why don't we go ahead and find our boy in the number 44. See if we can get a copy here with him. There he is from Black Crowd Racing, ladies and gentlemen. Burger time. It is Brady Wildman on the call. Brady, how are you doing this evening, sir?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm just sitting here in 12th, trying to stay here, I guess, because we haven't gotten much further than this. So, you know, just trying to keep it here.
We're certainly there. So I know last week may not have been what you was hoping for at Daytona. Obviously, probably looking for a little bit more of a run, but now going on to a short track and having to work these custom setups, and how much of a difference in your mind does it make having to work in custom setups than a fixed setup when you're running this kind of a track with this kind of a car?
It is so much. It's a big difference because, you know, in a fixed setup race, you only can change 3 things in a car, which is steering ratio, offset, and your brake bias. But in this, you can change basically anything you want in the car. So it's definitely a big difference. Definitely some guys, you know, running better because, you know, they have the car more to their liking, other than fixed setups. So, you know, we're still trying to figure out the car. It hasn't come in yet, so we'll see what we can do on the long run. I think we'll be able to get up a little bit further, I think.
For sure there. Well, nevertheless, Brady, we do appreciate your time here tonight as you get ready to fight back on the rock. Just don't catch yourself in between a rock and a hard place, sir.
Yep, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Brady Burger Time Wildman in the 44. All right. We're ready to file them back up, get the back underway. Up 19 spots, the hard charge of the night. Anthony Gagliano will be your race leader as Parker White may have something to say about that here in a minute. Couldn't have a complete difference maker in if you wanted positions in iRating. Safety rating on Anthony all about a 1.46, even though he is A class, but a 9.67 on that IR. Parker White, clearly the opposite, 7,432, almost a full 7,000 more than what Anthony Gagliano has to his name. That's just absolutely crazy to think. But we've seen before on the show, you cannot underestimate anybody depending on who you come from or where you see it. They have ways to kind of trick you and make you believe what you don't want to know. So here we go, back to the action as the green flag flies at the rock. And Parker White gets a good jump out of start, but we got problems right there on turn 1. Big red caution. Whoa, that did not go very good there for the number 12 of Tyler Justice. And I believe that was a 6'6" of Justin R. Smith coming to a scratching halt. Tires did not grip on the track and did not get out of that mess, to say the least here. We got to take a look at the replay here and find out what happened. Here is a PTA Mr. replay brought to you by Race Tech Coatings here tonight. Right there, man, the number 12 just got the 66 right out of the gate and just kind of caught up in the middle. Great driving on everybody else to literally go down and swerve around the two crashing on the track. That's not easy to do when you got literally 30 drivers on a small mile-long track like Rockingham. That takes a lot of charisma and character to get out of that mess quicker than you know it, and that's good stuff to say the least. Well, they'll pick away the laps a little bit, and they'll start picking away the cars a little more as we go, I guess. So I guess we'll just keep picking away at our drivers tonight and talk with them. So now on my call here list, this is the number 91 Chevrolet Camaro's Kyle Camper. Kyle, yeah, it's been a little bit of a mid-pack racing day for you here, but bud, you are up 8 spots. I think you got a little bit of a charge going on. How's the car feeling?
The car would feel better if we get a long run, but you know, it's nice to be able to get fresh set of tires.
For sure there. Now I gotta ask you, you said if the car could get a long run, is it just, why do you think that is with these drivers here tonight? Is it because of the fact you're on a short track and maybe they're more used to the 1.5 miles, so the big mile tracks, that maybe this track's a little bit more difficult for them, you'd say?
Yeah, I would say that. A lot of guys in here are really good. Everybody wants to be better than everybody else, which hey, absolutely. But yeah, it's a short track with fast speeds.
So if you get any advice right now, what would it be? Maybe to be a little more patient, or would you say just watch yourselves as best you can, just hope for the best?
Yeah, I mean, we've got 130 laps left. Just pace, you know. I mean, can't win it right now. So just, you know, take it easy. Let's get a long run and be there at the end.
For sure there. Whenever, let's Kyle. Appreciate your time here tonight, sir. We'll see how well you can keep up that patience level and get these boys in.
Thanks, man. Take care.
And ladies and gentlemen, the technician Kyle Camper joining us on the call list here. Now we got a few guys we have yet to hear from in a very long time, so we'll go ahead and refresh our brains and bring back one of the top guys in the books, Mr. the 42. Nebula Esports' Cole Williams now joins us the show. Cole, you know, you've really been there since the very beginning that we formed PTRS TV, and once again, man, it's just an honor to have you back on the show, bud.
Thank you, man. Yeah, this race has been going all right. Totally messed up my Q run. That's on me. I overdrove the car. I don't think we worked on Q enough, and I did not expect to get that tight center, and just been trying to work from the back from here. I got into a lap car a little bit and just slow on exits. I have a tiny bit of front end damage. Shouldn't really affect anything, but just been able to get through that huge crash there. I took out a few contenders like Tyler and Justin. So, you know, and I think Sean got major damage in that too. So we'll have to. We need a long run. Our set is just kind of too tight over the bumps to start off, but we'll. I think we'll be there after about 20 laps. We'll be. I think Parker will probably have the lead, and then we'll get through the field. So we're just gonna keep digging away, trying to take care of the right front, and you know, just keep plugging away. I'm probably going to see some more crashes here, but I really need a long run at some point in this. But right now it looks like it's still a one-stop race at the end, so who knows what can happen. But pleasure to have you in the booth, and thank you for all you do.
Yeah, I appreciate your time, and I forgot to believe you probably wrote that on a script and just really read it out to yourself as you was doing that, because I guess I don't have to have any questions for you here, man. Appreciate you tuning on in, though.
All right, see you, man.
The Nebula Esports is Cole Williams, number 42, and man, I swear he has like some kind of teleprompter or something like made up of that thing. He's got to be ready when I bring him in to just say how things are going. I don't know how he can do that like that. I'd be so focused on the track and trying to figure out how the heck I can make this one work. But nevertheless, he's got it dialed in, get this one figured out right now. Parker White, the number 95, probably last season's most dominating driver when he was able to put her down and get it going. He didn't win the championship because of how late he was in the season, but I guarantee you this could have been a whole different story if it happened last season. This season, he's on even playing field and on even grounds because they are running custom setups on these things. Back to the green flag we go, and Hayes Boop will march his way in second place, looking to hunt him down. Brennan John Kohler, the 36 right now, is going to have to work up a little bit coming off that pit road strategy. Looking to charge quick and charge fast. Doesn't quite get around the 69, but tries to drift him up just high enough to make that pass right there out of turn 4. Diamonding it off right out of the corners here. They now fall back in 3 wide salute as the pack starts to charge in. The Iceman cometh, Aiden Kirker and Cole Williams right in front of them here, trying to hold his line down, trying to hang in with the field. Drivers trying to get a little bit of a long green flag run in, trying to stay away from those dirty troubles of just smashing and bashing and crashing all the time. They've got to be a little bit more careful and more aware. This is a mile-long track, so there is a lot of breathing room, a lot of time to save him. And walk out. Wes Wyman just barely saving that one. Goes straight onto the bottom grounds on the apron, managing to bring it back up and hold her in. That could have been disastrous for him and the other drivers, but good driving on his end to save that car where he needed to. As the rest of the field kind of watch on from behind, looking for opportunities when they can get it. On board here with our boy Tyler Conn on the number 33 Toyota Supra. Conn, no relation to Robert Conn, by the way. Right now, currently fighting it out with Keelan Belch in the 18 as the Master Squad right leader. Front runner tries to hold his way into the pack up to the run. Speaking of coming up to the front, here comes the number 2 in the graphics number 2 Ford Mustang. It's Hayes Boop gonna take on Parker White. Parker knows that he has got to watch his momentum and watch his control because he knows these guys have been pretty much off and on that long green flag run. Some of them have got it in, some of them have not. Hayes seems to be very focused though on just passing the 95 and forgetting about the rest. That's where pure aggression comes in. The pure adrenaline just starts to flow through your veins, starts to really get into your skis. That's when you know things are really kicking up a notch and they're getting hotter than can be out there. Mitch Hobbs from the 89 Nebula Esports falling victim to Brendan John Kohler there. Kohler managing to pull up another spot or two. Jersey Darling right in that hunt. Caution is out though. Another one is out for our field. And looks like Kyle Camper off pace 91 slowed down badly here. Trying to get word on the instant replay. I am not getting a call there, so no way we're going to be able to show that one, unfortunately. So that will have to go as under another round of ghost caution, shall we? I'll tell you one driver that most folks would have said is kind of a ghost because you never saw him too much unless he was in the race lead. It's our boy in the 39 Toyota Supra, the reigning defending champion, Aiden Kirker. Aiden, how you doing tonight, buddy?
I was doing good until you said Toyota Supra. That's well, I don't like the sound of that. But otherwise, it's feeling decent. Car's good. Just trying to get through the traffic here. We didn't really have a good qualifying run. Just some driver error there messed us up there. But we got a good car. We just got to get it out of the traffic. We're kind of stuck in a hornet's nest right now, and we're gonna see what we can do when we can get better track position.
Now, quick question. You said you didn't like the Supra name. Well, what's up with that right now? Is that just not the
So, I'm a Chevy guy.
Okay.
And last season I was stuck in a Ford because of ownership reasons. And then I got put in a Chevy at the end of it, which is amazing. And then I get a message from Justin. He says, hey, you want to run on PSR? I was like, yeah, I want to run on PSR. And he says, well, you got to run a Supra. So I'm just trying to bite the bullet and just ignore that it's a Toyota.
Fair enough there, but all right. Well, we appreciate it, Tab here, Iceman. Hopefully the Supra is not too bad tonight and you can get a little bit of something going with it here.
Yeah, I need to get myself back in a bow tie. We need the bow tie.
Best wishes there, buddy.
All right, thank you. Have a good one.
You too. Yeah, you can see the Iceman definitely ain't afraid to not hold back his language. He has a little something to her say around here. Some of our new drivers here have also tuned in for the first time tonight. Phase 2 Motorsports welcomes in Christian Swetson. I hope I'm saying your name right there, sir.
You got it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, for the first time, presented on P2A's TV, Christian Swetson now joins us in the gearhead number 11 Ford Mustang. Christian, I got to ask you, man, you're up 3 spots from start at 8th, and now you're moving into the top 5 here with all the heavy hitters up front. What really boils down to your mindset with this kind of a track? Is it kind of a bump and run kind of go, or do you want to try at least run a little cleaner and try to see if you can pass them on the outsides?
Yeah, I think for right now, we try and stay out of the junk that's going on in the back and keep it clean. And then when we get to the end here, I really want to see what the car does on a long run. We haven't really had a chance to see that yet. So I think we're going to be pretty good if we get to a long run. And if we have to bump, I'm not that kind of driver, but if I'm going for the win, who knows?
Who knows indeed, but nevertheless here, we are honored to have you on the show for the very first time. Christian, best wishes out there, my friend.
Thank you. We appreciate having us.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, from Phase 2 Motorsports, it is Christian Swetson in the number 11. So as you see on the top, our Tower of Doom we have right now currently We have literally 6 cautions in on this one so far out of this 170 lap ordeal, but remember, there are still some room for a lot of harder racing, a lot of harder battles from these guys, so don't think for 1 second they can't get the speeds going and get the run going faster here. Just takes that one opening, that one run down, and they'll get it going here. Looking to bring the field back into pace, back into the time frame here. Drivers leading them off. Back to the green we go. Lights flicker up. We're going up. Just under 1/3 of the way there right now in the field. Pretty much in an even keel situation. All but looking to try and powerhouse their way around. Again, though, they are all watching and all looking to keep away from the early mistakes, the earlier problems of just being a little too aggressive, but that does not seem to change here. We got a little bit of a problem, another caution, another one is out. And no word on where that came from or what happened. Although there's a lot of damage there on the Ferrari Contrafari, the number 9 currently. Not doing too well on that Lot 9 machine. He is badly dipped and got to be hurting a little bit. Well, we'll head on back down to the chat here and have another word with some of our boys here. I think we're going to bring in the 18 now, Keelan Belsha, up on the show. That is the word I'm getting. We're going to go ahead and grab him in here real quick. So let's get that Passion Squad Racing boy in now. Ladies and gentlemen, Keelan Belsha joins us in. And Keelan, right now we have talked earlier with some of your Passion Squad boys, and we've heard some different takes on how each one of you has been handling the nerves, handling the car, but I gotta ask you, really, what was your strategy with this car and how well you wanted to set the corners up for it?
I was just talking to the boys in practice. I went in here for an hour and a half and I ran a bunch of laps trying to get this thing down. We were struggling all week long, and I think we finally got something down in the closing minutes of practice. We were about 5 or 7 laps into the run. About that point, we were the fastest cars on track at one point. Just need to hope this thing stays in for the long run. We really haven't got a good long run to kind of work that out, but feeling strong, a little tight. Try to loosen it up a little bit on the last stop, and hopefully we can get some more laps to kind of dial it in. But I'm feeling confident. I think if we can just stay up there, stay out of trouble, we'll be up there sitting pretty for a top 10.
For sure there. Well, nevertheless, Keelan, we do appreciate your time here tonight, sir. We'll see if Passion Squad can get this one dialed in and finally get a little break here or two with some long green flag runs.
Yes, sir. Thank you for the stream.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, the 18 there, Keelan Belsha, trying to work his way in with his field and crew, as is his own teammate as well. Actually, right behind him. We just talked to your one of your fellow Conrads down there, Tyler Kahn, but now we thought it's time to bring you in real quick.
Alrighty.
So right now, as we just mentioned with Keelan, you guys were saying like you talked about the position of the car and the way everything is set up and trying to get a long green flag running. I gotta ask you though, with the way you've been out here, how much practice time were you able to get in before the time had set to come into the race?
I hate to admit, but I only practiced like an hour before the race. And I decided on a little different set than what my teammates chose. I think it's a little faster short run, but that's fine with me because it doesn't look like we're going to get a long run tonight. So hopefully it pays off for me as long as I keep the car clean. I should be able to scrape away the top 15.
Do you think some of these guys may have tried to set more of that long run up than trying to actually work in a short run?
Yeah, I just don't know if we're going to get a long run for it to pay off, to be honest. And I just felt more comfortable having a more stable car that was quicker, short. So we'll see how it pays off for me.
Certainly there indeed, your Tyler. Nevertheless, appreciate your time here tonight, and we'll see if the Passion Squad boys can fight to the end and get up to the front.
Thank you, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Passion Squad Racing, Tyler Kahn, the number 33. Field is now prepared to go back to green flag as well here. So we will settle them down, get them hopefully in for a long green flag run. And you know the fans at home are wanting a little bit of that. Lori Bennett Booth saying, come on guys, ready for a long green flag run. Boys, I don't know if you can hear it in the chat. They're calling for you. They want you to bring the goods and bring the heat. Give them something to see, to believe. Rockingham can certainly put up a great show and put up a great fight, but right now anyway, everybody is trying to do the same mentality, same kind of driving style, but maybe just a hint too aggressive. And I think that's really what's hurting all of them at the moment, is really they're just trying to overthink about the short run rather than long run. Hopefully they get that changed up now and start to put some laps down. Here we go, back to the action. Field will bring their way around now. Everybody trying to just get some kind of run going, something to build up some speed with. Mike Cambeo, the number 24 Tax Slayer machine, getting right up ahead there. The 93 Richard Kirker, father to Raiden Kirker, there, the reigning defending champion. Some of the tough fast guys on the back here actually kind of lowered back in. Mark Lewis, the 84, getting a piece of that wall protection there as the number 3 of Dennis Ansman falls in from the Wrangler machine. I gotta believe Rockingham knows that car scheme all too well around here. It's definitely seen its fair share throughout the years of that design, that look. Many of the greats that have come through these doors and come through these tunnels, the course meet leading into the greats up till about 2004 when they took the track off the circuit. Talking always about our Earnhardt boys, the Bobby Labontes, the Davey Allisons, the Mark Martins, of course some of the older guns and the younger guns out there that were running here, like old Kevin Harvick, Kyle Busch, Kurt Busch. There's many big names that have come through these doors and come down and raced here. Bobby Isaac, the Flock brothers, all of them, man. They have visited this place one way or another, and they are just as much a part of the history of Rockingham as these drivers want to be here tonight. And it looks like everyone has kind of calmed down a slight bit here and finally got themselves nice and under control. I think maybe we will indeed give ourselves a green flag run in and a good long run in for that matter. Keelan Belsha and Tyler Kahn right now falling back behind just a little bit. We talked to both of them just a minute ago, but I don't think their strategy was to get anything quick or fast. I think they were more focused on just being more in line with that long run and just kind of wait them out so everyone else burns up and gives up. Joseph Costello, the number 60, gonna go out of here with the reigning defending champion, and Aiden Kirker. MAV TV's 39 Subaru trying to hold down the University of Northern Ohio. Number 60 is Joseph Costello. Costello looking to try to make a move off him, trying to get some kind of run in between. Doesn't seem to have that pace of that build-up done just right at the moment. As other guys right now currently work their way up further ahead of the field and in the pack. You see the leaders just up front ahead there right now at 16th is that number 24, Mike Cambeo, with Sean Powell and Tyler Justice pretty much doing their own little run here, their own little thing, just kind of pulling these positions around. 85's Wes Whiteman now up on the outside line. You see the number 12, that is Tyler Justice, trying to hold him off here. The mayor looks to try and claim his position on the top roll of the building and the scene. Thing about Rockingham, folks, is again, this track is just one heck of a little spot to play out and try to fight it out. I kind of call it a little bit of a mix between Charlotte Motor Speedway and a crossover to Dover International Speedway. The reason why I say that is because it has kind of that look and feel of a Charlotte track, but it has one thing that makes it unique in my opinion, is the bankings off the straightaways and the exits. You see it right there as they come off those exits of turn 2 and turn 4. You can see actually a little flat spot that kind of rises up, almost kind of like dipping in like how Dover would be. And it's just kind of a little dip going down into the corner onto the turns. And if you catch it just right, you can get a lot of speed, but if you catch it just wrong, then these folks will literally make you pay for that and make sure you do not get that spot back for a while. So a lot of drivers have always talked about just basically giving a little mentality of that bump and run situation, where they'll put the front bumper into that rear and just get them moving. While others may go to the outside. Like you see the 97 Sean Powell try to do it the easier way, which is also kind of the harder way if you think about it. Because unless you're running on a fresh set of tires, not a lot of ways to pass unless you do that right here. Just almost sending into a 3-wide salute. On the front straightaway, you saw him really just dive down in between. He was trying to force Wyman to go up a little higher and then charge him off. It did not work the way he was hoping for, though. Tyler Kahn now leading a bucket into the top 10. He's got Brady Burgertime Wylam in his sights here. The Burgertime Next Level Racing's 44 Camaro trying to hopefully keep himself out of trouble and keep himself in the way of position. He'll have to go up high though. Looks like he'll let Kahn go down on the bottom end. He wants the passing squad racing to pass him in, or does he? He doesn't get a full runoff up there. Maybe Weileman actually has a little bit of speed up on the outside. Most guys tell me you can't really make that line work. It's usually that bottom end is where most speed comes from. Only with the middle section being kind of a little starting point, a little advantage area. By the way, Parker White about a full second ahead of Hayes Booth at the moment. You can tell already he is back to his old tricks. He is pretty much dominating out here. The 89 of Mitch Hobbs up on the outside. Brendan John Kohler getting a little loose. He managed to hold it down, keeping himself out of trouble there as Kohler Racing in that 36 Supra tried to hold down the Mustangs in front and behind him. First time we've seen Christian Swenson right now doing as well as he has at the moment. The number 11 currently in 7th position, looking to possibly knock down a few of these boys here. And laps are starting to finally fade in, kind of fade off here because they have got themselves a long green flag run. I think that's what everybody was looking for and hoping for. And they have at last finally got that figured out. Like we said, folks, there's 30 drivers in this field. There are a lot of pros out there that will come in time and time again looking to try and knock down the best drivers, trying to be the best here. But the thing they have to learn, in my opinion, or remember, is that they may be the fastest and the best of the league, but that doesn't mean anything when they have to make sure, when they're still fighting out each other, you still have to put laps down, you have to put corners off, and hopefully stay out of trouble. Mark Lewis in the 84 right now with the onboard camera here, currently rocking, I believe, in the 20th position. Although our live timing feed is kind of all over the place on that one. Hayes Booth. Oh, whoa, 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 easy boys, easy, easy. Woo, that got a little bit wild there. I was just about to say, Hayes Booth slowing down a little bit more than I think he was hoping for. He had to really charge hard around Parker White. White just pretty much gunned him though and left him behind. The guys right now playing into their fuel strategy and the pit strategies and making them useful here. Cole on the outside line while the 11 of Christian Swenson trying to tank down both of them for the price of one. Kohler up high. Oh, he's going to try it the very hard way here. He's going to try and send it off of these boys with this custom setup though. It's very possible to do as they got to go 3 wide into the front straightaway for just a brief moment. Fleeting minute there. Jared T. Darling and Brendan Kohler were right in the mix of a little bit of a brawler fight there with the 91 of Kyle Camper to get around him. But they managed to come out clean and come out okay in that end. You can just feel the power. Kohler is getting off that charge, getting off that run, while Hayes Booth is desperately, trying to hold him down. Trying to keep the guys away from him, trying to keep him in a somewhat suitable position to hold on to the field as they go 3 wide saluting again off the corners here. Now here comes Nebula Esports' crew. Cole Williams and Mitch Hobbs. Beautiful pass there. 3 wide salute, pays the price and works the mark in. Tell you one thing, that takes a lot of character, a lot of commitment just to be able to do that and make sure to stay out of trouble. That just goes to show you why the Pro Series right now is at the top of their game. Or are they? This is not good. Watch out. Trouble down there, unfortunately. Hayes Booth having to avoid trouble and avoid the problems there. And everybody getting caught off guard and caught into a bad wrap there. Mitch Hobbs looked like he was all over the place there. It looked like Cole Williams might have got a piece of him there as well. We'll have to take a look at the PTM Instant Replay and check this out here. I have no idea what the heck happened, other than that being a fleeting moment of disaster ready to strike. See right here, oh look at this. The 84, that got just barely a little bit of him, and the 89. Mitch Hobbs seemingly the only one that got caught off on that one. Take a look at it for one more angle here. We're going to go to our chopper cam here. This will give you a great insight, folks, on just how close it came. You can see the 84 was pretty much right in the same position. The 89 drifted right up and it ends up kind of burrowing his way in. Other than making up a pretty good little crossover in between with the black marks on the track. That would be more for ice skating or hockey, or excuse me, skiing, but definitely not what you want to do on a car here, especially when you're rocking about 1,000 pounds plus worth of equipment. And the tires that did not want to turn on you whatsoever. Well, but can't say we wanted to have a green flag run in because we got that now and out of the way. Bring in some of our other drivers here tonight. We'll see if we can bring in the one we are looking at right now. And it appears we can here. So ladies and gentlemen, now joining me in from the Walter Esports crew, this is Joseph Costello now joining in. Costello, do you have the copy, sir?
I do.
All right, Costello, first off, welcome to the show, sir. And quite a debut you've made here on a little bit of an impression on some of these drivers really fighting it out here in the top 5, top 10 for most of the day.
It's been a really interesting car. It's been a little tight on long run. It's a little loose on a short run, but on a long run it gets tighter. Did some adjustments. Hopefully the car is a little bit looser on another long run if we get one, which I hope we do.
Now maybe you can explain to the viewers at home, they may not know why you want to have the car looser at the start rather than tighter. Maybe you can explain to them a little bit on why that is for you guys when you're trying to deal with this in the Pro Series.
Since the car starts loose and you want to have looser, the car's gonna get tighter because the track's just gonna get warmer and the track's just gonna get tighter. So you want to start loose and hopefully it just keeps it there. It'll tighten up, but since you're like a little loose, since you're mostly loose on the short run or the beginning of the run, you'll just get tighter and the car will just start tightening up and it'll hopefully start going faster. Your right rear, you want to save your right rear if your car's loose, but you also want to save your right front if you're plowing tight. So that's yeah.
That's coming from the Pro Series driver and Joseph Costello here tonight. Joseph, appreciate your time here, and a little fun fact for the drivers and fans at home watching you on from here at Pro Series TV.
You want a fun fact?
Yeah, why not? Go ahead.
I drive real-life race cars.
All right, well, there you go. We got another one of our boys from real life into the virtual world. I love it. So, before you go, what kind of car do you drive, just so we can get out of the way?
A Legends car out of Staten Island, New York.
Ah, all right. Well, I think I might have to send you a little further up north. I got a little proposition for that, so sooner or later. All right, nevertheless, still appreciate your time here tonight, man.
Thank you. Have a good broadcast, guys.
You too. Ladies and gentlemen, Joseph Costello, the number 60 now. One up from the real world to the virtual world. Costello seems to know how to play fire with fire no matter where he's out on the track. And we're getting ready to back him back up here. Brendan John Kohler and Parker White pretty much switched out their positions from where they were on the start and the beginning. That looks to be a common theme here on our show, a common ground, as if you will. Will that be the same part here in the same situation for later on? Though that remains to be seen. Back to the green. White obviously getting a good jump off, getting a good run down off the field as our drivers work their way in. Working them on in off the back straightaway here. How long has it been since I've been working them on in, man? I used to say that like all the time on these shows. I don't even say that anymore. It's like an old school theme out here. Oh, Sean Powell, man, he literally just dropped that thing in and start slinged it. That's how you flat track it, my friends. That also means one thing when you got problems down there and you got a caution. We got trouble. Trying to figure out where the troubles came from this time here. I'm not getting any word there on where that started from or what happened, so that will result in another ghost caution. I think at this point, if we have many more ghost cautions, I think we might need to start this into a drinking game. What do you guys think? I don't get drunk on air, but I think right about now I might need to have a few drinks by the time this is over with. I don't know. But before I do that, let's go ahead and bring in one of our other drivers new to the series. Phase 2 Motorsports is number 97, Sean Powell joins us in here. And Sean, right now we've talked earlier to 20 of your guys down there, and of course Christian Swenson and the gearhead machine. Now I see a 97 gearhead, a little different scheme on that one, but kind of talk me through what's going on with these schemes of what's with the identity of you and your drivers.
Gearhead sponsors us. They are team sponsored, and you should go check them out. They got good coffee and good hot chocolate.
Good coffee and hot chocolate around here. Oh, I would love hot chocolate, man. You know, don't get me started on that stuff.
Phase 2, 10%. Phase 2, 10. I think it's what it is. You get 10% off.
All right. I think I might just have to hit you up on that one, my friend. But, well, nevertheless, so speaking of sides, get me thirsty for a little bit of coffee. Right now, I gotta believe you're a little thirsty and hungry for a little bit of a victory here on the show. But right now, you had to fight it out with a lot of tough guys and a lot of heavy hitters here in the short runs and even a little bit of that long run. What's the car really doing for you, and how bad are the tires holding up, or how well are they in this case?
My car's junk. I mean, I said it's good, but my car's junk. But it's still running decent. I mean, if I get a top 10, I'd be happy. I don't know if I get a top 5 with this damage, with what's going on. But well, we just keep on trucking and see what happens.
For sure that, but nevertheless, Sean, do appreciate tuning on in here tonight, and hopefully we'll see if that car keeps trucking. Maybe you can bring us a little bit of coffee to us here at PTRS TV.
Alrighty, buddy. Y'all take care. Thanks.
Yeah, I'll take it here too, buddy. Ladies and gentlemen, from the Phase 2 Motorsports, Sean Powell, the number 97. So now it's ready to charge him back up and fire him back off on the corners. Parker White is your race leader here. Brendan John Kohler still in that second running here of the field. Trying to ready to double file him up, get back into position here. Right now we are on our 9th caution of the night. A bit unexpected for these guys, obviously. There's a lot of great drivers in this one, and a lot of heavy hitters, no doubt about that, but this has not been the night I think they were looking for, the way they were looking to start up on the show. And again there, folks, as well, if you are new to the show, first off, thank you for tuning in. And second, if you could, be sure to like and follow us up here on Facebook, but head over to our YouTube and subscribe there. That will be where all our broadcasts and then some come to us from time and time again here. So be sure to catch that and then some here. Always appreciate you all tuning on board and watching with us here. Drivers looking to wheel their way back into position, back onto the track here. White, the guy that everybody wants to knock down this season and knock him down a few pegs, will have his hands full there with Kohler for sure. Field ready to charge him back up and get ready to go back at it, and hopefully those cautions have slowed down a little bit and we're starting to get that long run in. Remember, really the cautions are becoming increasing because some folks out there just want to try to win for the race early, and they're doing the old racing mentality, win on the first lap. You can't win on the first lap, boys. You still got a lot of work to do down there, and you have to get this one fielded in. So here we go, back to the action, and we're off and running once more. Filed in, double filed down. Brandon Kohler, Hayes Booth will lead in the top 3 here with Parker White ahead as usual. Costello and Kirk are going to have a little bit of a tussle as Christian Swenson looking to possibly get the gearhead 11 into a good run and a good fight zone. They'll wheel them off once more, turn 2, everything nice and pure. Costello trouble down there at turn 2. And unfortunately for him, lost a lot of ground at time as everybody tries to swerve around him to get fielded into a bit of a run here. Gangitano right now was up in that pack earlier. Maybe trying to test the waters on that short run or that long run, if you will, some of these guys. Having to hold down here the 42 of Cole Williams now back onto the track area. It's going to be a lap down though, as he actually cuts in front of one of his EW Sport boys in the 89 of Hitch Hobbs. Oh, and almost getting another piece of him there. He's got to be careful down there. He doesn't want to take out his own teammate. That's the last thing anybody would want to do around here. Mason Davies, Tyson Thompson, the 81 Chevrolet Camaro, currently moving his way into the field, into the pack. A lot of hard charging in between, a lot of hard racing on the go. Sometimes you wonder at home, maybe are these guys really team drivers? Are they really trying to race each other in teams? And it's like, yeah, they are, folks. They are legitimately team drivers. They will help each other out and they will help work with each other when they need to. But there's one thing there's one thing you do gotta appreciate and like about it, is that it gives everybody a fair shake and a fair shot to give the others a chance at possibly doing more than just win, but also get a serious amount of team points and bonuses. Individually, obviously, they're trying to outdo and outsmart themselves, but as a team, it's a complete opposite as well. Keelan Belsha crashed in on the back straightaway. We do have a copy there. And our 10th caution of the night, and I think the most we've ever had on P-Series TV is like 21 cautions out of a 150 lap race on a track like this. That happened back a while back with the Phoenix Raceway there with the Pure Speed Elite Series, unfortunately. And I don't think they probably appreciate me bringing that back up, but yeah, I gotta be honest, guys. I'm not gonna lie to our fans. Watch this coming out of turn 2. You can just see, unfortunately, a big little kiss to the curb on the bottom end of the apron, and then a big little kiss to the wall. And just like that, it's another brick in the wall for the 18 of Keelan Belsha. And what a tough break for him to get into that wall so quick and so fast. Didn't even realize what hit him till it was just too little too late. Well, now, ladies and gentlemen, we got some more drivers to talk with here, so let's head down here with our first look at Mach 5's Racing, Anthony Gagisano. And Anthony, right now, honestly, I'm pretty impressed here with the way you've been handling the nerves and handling the car out there, but I'm kind of interested to know about the strategy you've been playing out here, staying out for the race lead while everyone else goes into pit road.
Yeah, I just got tires. I kind of been running pretty good with the tires. We're going to have to pit again anyway, so.
For sure, they're
these for a bit.
Yeah, run it for a little bit. Just kind of give them a nice little cool little heat in them. Make them work a little bit for about 70 laps or so, right?
No. I'll definitely pit again. I have a feeling there'll be another caution.
I would say probably a little bit, yeah. But nevertheless, here, Anthony, do appreciate you tuning on in here tonight, my friend. And thanks for giving us and the fans a little heads up on what your plans are right now with that number 69.
Thank you, sir. Be good.
Yep, you too, sir. Cheers. Mach 5's Racing, Anthony Gangitano. Some other drivers we have yet to talk with here tonight. A lot of big heavy hitters in here we have really never even heard from. So we'll head back down and talk from the Walter Esports crew. We have one more of that bunch I think we have yet to speak with, and that is that number 36 Toyota Supra of Kohler Racing and Brendan John Kohler. Kohler, I gotta ask you, man, you've been pretty much hot rodding and fighting it out all day long with White, Booth, Swenson, and some of the other guys in the back catching up to you, but there's one thing I've noticed here. I don't believe you've really stayed out of the top 5 or even top 10 at all tonight. Has there ever been any time you felt like you struggled a little bit here?
Yeah, I've kind of struggled the entire race. Start of the race, I was really, really tight, and then kind of on the other end of it now, but got that high line rolling, and I'm making a lot of speed up there. I just need a long enough run for it to come in fully, but it's a really fast car. I think top 3 pretty easily. I just gotta hit my marks and try and get in front of Parker, because dirty air is really hard on a short run.
Certainly is indeed, but nevertheless here, I got to ask you, with the way we're coming closer to the end, we're past the halfway point, how much do you think is left before these guys get a little bit more over the top and pretty aggressive to try to move up to the win?
Not long. I mean, it's kind of been the entire race. People are racing really hard. It's a lot of fun. We had that battle, about 4 or 5 of us. I just think that hopefully we can get a long green run and we don't have to worry about late race cautions, but I have a feeling we're going to get a few.
For sure there. Whenever less, Brandon, we do appreciate your time here tonight, sir, and our best wishes to you and your crew as you get ready to go back at it.
Thank you.
From Walter Esports, ladies and gentlemen, Brendan John Kohler tuning on in here with us tonight. And I believe the only one out of that group we've got to talk with is Jared T. Darling. We may get him in a little later on. We will have to see. Anthony Gaetano, though, will be your race leader. Parker White on the outside of him. And may I add, he's got a fresh set of tires under that hood. That's definitely not what you want to put 2 and 2 together on. But we must show it how it is and say how it can be. Back to the green flag we go, and drivers are off and running. 70 laps remain here at Rockingham Speedway. And look at this now, 3 wide slip right to the bottom already. Parker White had to go straight to the outside. He saw Brandon coming for him. Gaetano's definitely his tire strategy may not be playing off as well as I think he was hoping for. Oh, look out, ace move. Oh, Shump out of turn. Look out, that turn 4, big problems. Watch out down there. Everybody doing a great job swerving around and getting out of that one. But unfortunately, not everybody came out clear. That 97 pretty much all but toast. Kyle is trying to refire the car, but it's not going the way he's hoping for. Here is the PTM Instant Replay. Let's watch this one from pretty much point blank to point B. Gaetano pretty much kind of slowing down the field a little bit. Powell looks to go to the inside, make a run for it. He hard charges it. Booth gets really loose though, sideways off. Gaetano tags the 97. Trying to avoid it, trying to get out of that mess, and guys trying to avoid him, and they saw smoke in front of them. They had no idea where everyone's at, and you can see the 4, unfortunately, gets a piece of him. The 4 of Ryan Beckering, sadly, caught him a little bit off guard and caught him a little bit in that mess. What a tough break for the drivers as they currently are trying to hold him on down, trying to hold out with the fight, and hope for the best that they can at this point. Everybody some folks heading into pit road now, looking to get cleared out, cleared in. I guess now is a better time than anything, because I brought them up earlier. Get the last of our drivers here tonight. All right. Oh wait, hold on, Jared. Did we talk to you earlier on? I forget, buddy.
We did.
Oh, my bad. I didn't mean to forget about you, bud. I was just like, wait a minute. I didn't think we talked with him. And I'm like, wait a minute. Yeah, we talked with him, didn't we?
Yes.
Okay, so we got all the Walter Esports. While you're in here, why not? Let's just chill with you. So, right now, man, you've got a little bit of work to do here with the top 5, that's for sure. But managed to avoid that little big wreck there with Hayes. I gotta believe he wasn't too happy when he was gun spinning there.
Yeah, I think he just got loose or something, and I actually had to. There was 2 spins there. I kind of had to make some quick maneuvers to get by there. Luckily did, and I don't think Hayes is hurt too bad. I might have a little bit of damage, but hopefully he's fine. But yeah, I had a little damage earlier. I had to fix it, so I kind of went back in the pack there, and now I'm working my way forward and back in the top 5. So getting better at this thing. So hopefully can continue going forward from here, and hopefully Hayes isn't hurt too bad for our team.
Definitely there. I think he'll be all right. He's a tough cookie. He'll be okay. He's got a lot of help down there, so. All right, whatever, let's Jared. Appreciate your time here tonight, bud. We'll see how this one finishes out.
All right, later.
All right, so go ahead and get them all cleared out here, and we have another driver we have yet to talk with, I think, ever on our show. So better time than anything to bring him in now, ladies and gentlemen. From the Mach 5 racing crew, ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce to you Mr. Mark Lewis, the 84. Mark, if you got a copy down there, bud, right now, the car looks a little beaten, battered, but nothing a little short track racing doesn't happen to have, right?
Yeah, I've been rear-ended a couple times tonight.
For sure there. So right now, with the damage on there and the rear end kind of tore up, how is the car handling? Is it still able to at least wheel around and try to put up a somewhat of a fight here?
I don't know how much of a fight it's going to put up. My setup really wasn't that great to begin with, but the biggest problem that I'm having is I don't know how fast it's going to be after I really just got hit as hard as.
For sure there, but nevertheless, though, looks like still going to give it all you got and give it a bit of a fair shake of things. So we do definitely appreciate you tuning on here tonight, Mark, as we get ready to get back to the green flag racing.
Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, for Mach 5 Racing, Mark Lewis, the number 84. All right, back to the gun, back to the bubble. We're going to go back to the racing here. Marching the way back into the field, back onto the green. We are back underway once more here, folks. Lori saying Walter Esports needs to bring it on. Well, that's kind of hard to bring it on when you get caught up in the traffic here, my friend. You definitely don't want to give yourself any penalties. Cole Williams having a little bit of trouble down there. Had to go off and on track. Now I got it back up and running here, but you can see everybody trying to swerve around that number 3 of Dennis Ansman. Ansman kind of caught off in the middle of things, kind of getting out of that mess. Brian Beckering, the number 4, where I mentioned about him earlier on. He got right in it with that 97 of Sean Powell. Sean Powell has left the track. He's pretty much done and over with. The car is too badly damaged. Connor Trafari, the number 9. Despite his big damage there on that front end, he is still willing to put up a fight. The youngster does have no quit in him. He had that happen to him earlier on. Remember, race fans, there are no instant repairs on these guys or these drivers. They are not allowed. You run the Pro Series, you bring what you bring. That's all you got. And right now, speaking of all they got here, looks like John Kohler going to show what Mr. Parker White has been putting up against this entire time. Parker trying to hold down one of the other top tier drivers in the A-class field. Out about 60 laps remaining in this race here. Currently, the way we're looking at it, it could go either way on who has the advantage and who has the fair shake of things here. I think it's more or less just depends on who can really manage their nerves longer than the other. Because that's really what they've been fighting all day, is nerves and just their overall passion to win. But they keep forgetting sometimes they got to lay off once in a while and really stay focused on what goes down on the track. Kirker right behind Hayes Booth here, the number 2, falling victim earlier to some struggles in that little spin he had, but ever since he got it cleared up and kind of cleaned out now, he's pretty much been just hanging in there with the field, hanging in with the drivers. Jarrett T. Darling, number 1, Ford Mustang, trying to get back up there. Brendan John Kohler hunting him down and hunting him back in, looking for any kind of opening or any kind of opportunity here. Looking at the lap times right now, you can see a little bit of green, little orange in between. Kohler playing a completely different strategy and different kind of run up there. He's going straight for the outside end and building up speed up there. Whereas you see White, he's going to the outside trying to stabilize him down, but it looks like Kohler actually has a little bit more speed here on this short run, at least for the moment. That seems to be working towards his favor and more towards what he likes to do. And I gotta be honest with you, that's probably what he's after, what he wants to show here. Jared trying to keep the car online, trying to keep it from spinning out underneath him. But you can hear those tires, they are shredding up, they're getting looser and looser, and this Rockingham Speedway is no joke when it comes to holding them down here as we go for a battle for the race lead. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be Kohler taking down White. White staying to the bottom, he'll stick to his guns, but Kohler does not play fiddle to anybody. New leader for the number 36. And now Parker Oh, look at this now. Looks like Kohler goes to the bottom end of the spectrum. White is going to have to try and play a little fiddle here with the 36. This is the first time we've seen White challenged in as hard as he has been here. It seems though he's been hearing our call a little bit. You saw him just buff a little bit more speed onto that hood. He was really looking for a broke, looking to go big for it. Had a great opportunity to try to take it away from him as we go back into the pack here. The number 89, that is Mitch Hobbs. Having a little fight out there with the 11 of Christian Swenson. Swenson. Badly damaged there in the gearhead, number 11. Eamon Tyler Justice trying to keep Gearhead's name and brand up on the fight and into the zone. They certainly are indeed here at the shot right now. Looking on the outside line. Tyler has a run there on the 11, going inside, pulls it up to speed, charges away and says, "See you later, buddy. I'll catch up for you there, bud." Joseph Costello there, Brady Burger, Tom Wildman now have their little grudge match. The 10th place position is up for grabs. Top 10 now fighting it out. This one's a hot ticket between some young guns and top guns of our industry. Costello, new to the series, new to the world here on PT Race TV, while Brady Burger, Tom Wildman, he's been on the show before. He knows what it takes to win. Off the pace and off the throttle here. Swenson right now is desperately trying to hold back and try to keep the car online, but you can see Costello is not having it with him. Pretty much being a solid fighter here. You gotta admit, with that front end damage, you would think on a normal track he would have you would have so many problems trying to hold back the field, trying to hold him down. But the thing is, again, on a mile-long track like this, it's a short track really to most drivers, which means they don't have to necessarily run the aerodynamics of that package. They basically can use more of just pure speed and pure unalteration via their tire limit. Late rallies and late runs coming up here from the field. The pack starting to close off. Laps finally starting to tick away. The long run green flag race that everybody has been waiting for and dying to see has indeed transpired and commenced here on PT Racing TV. Hayes Booth right now trying to hold down the reigning and defending season champion and the number 39 of Aiden the Iceman Kirker. Kirker has really just been, in my opinion, the most consistent, most conservative driver I've ever seen on RTC iRacing Cup Series, if I had to be honest, or the Pro Series for that matter now. Yeah, you may have, every now and then you might hear me say Cup Series by accident, because again, this is where we started out, was with the Cup Series on Saturday night. We was asked though if we could join in on the Wednesday night series. We held back for a while, and we finally had come to that point, and we said, all right, we'll give you that cup, we'll give you that date and time. And when they did, man, they have yet to disappoint. Daytona was a thriller and a battle for supremacy, and everyone else just trying to survive out the field. While it was pretty much here tonight, a bit of more of a longer run, a bit of more of a little chaotic kind of situation or two. But that said, I gotta be honest, it's still been enjoyable and still pretty fun to watch. Drivers doing everything they can to survive and conquer here, and the 91 of Kyle Camper getting the old bump and run and see you later out of Gator move right there. I don't know if he's going to appreciate that one too much though. And that 91 got really sickened a little bit and taken for a ride there. I don't know if he really was expecting that to happen or really wanting that to even come close to happening, but it just kind of popped up on him. Parker White once again playing his old tricks and just pretty much laid off just long enough for Brendan John Kohler to realize he was going to get him there. White is our new leader once more here. Kohler trying to catch back up to him. Kirker making his way ahead there of Hayes Booth, and now it is the Iceman who looks to put the icing on the cake and end out the long run for some of these boys. One of them being that number 1, Jared T. Darling. Taking a look through our field at the moment. Everybody in a hot pursuit here. A little problem down there, though, for Richard Kirker. Kirker crashed in here. Richard having all sorts of problems tonight. And he is stuck there out of turn 1. The 93 badly damaged. Oh, boy. Hurt as can be. I don't know what on earth happened here, but we'll take a look at the PTM Instant Replay and see if we can get a good eye view of this one. See, he's trying to play a little bit of a different strategy, trying to hang in there, and him and Parker White went on a little bit of a tear. And Kohler trying to get up there. White, I don't know. Oh! And Richard and him getting tossed in and kind of connected bound on that track. Lap traffic getting a factor and a half, and Richard, my lord. That is a major issue and upset there. And getting road right now, Brendan actually has to go to the outhouse for a bit of a little aggressive driving, I'm being told. Ooh. That is a bit of a shock to say at least. Now Kohler's going to have to pretty much charge up to the front. I don't know how well he'll be able to handle the nerves there, but we're going to certainly find out as we're going to go and talk with one of our guys down here in the 81, that being Mason Davey Tyson Thompson. I think it's the first time we've been able to bring in any of the guys here, except for Wes Weidman, excuse me, from our Maverick Motorsports crew. So let's bring him in now, ladies and gentlemen. Mason Davey Tyson Thompson, the 81 Taco Bell Chevrolet Camaro, and Mason. Been a while since I heard from you, buddy, but the Maverick Motorsports has been fighting it out tonight, man.
Yeah, it's been a struggle. It's been a climb back to the top 10 because the race. Yeah, I got involved in an incident on lap 1, and I've been repairing every caution we've had. I've been down pit road repairing it, and I finally got it all fixed. And yeah, so I'm gonna try and pull out whatever I can get.
Certainly are indeed here, but I gotta ask you, with this new season, this new series coming through, how are you liking it so far, and what's gonna be the track that you're focused on when the time comes?
I'm excited. It's gonna be fun. The Pro Series, it's gonna be really competitive, especially with the open setup, and some people are gonna shine at some tracks, some people are gonna shine at other tracks, and yeah, I think short tracks with my strong suit. I feel like I have a car that could have won this race if I didn't get involved in the crap in lap 1. But yeah, it's gonna be a fun season, and yeah.
All right, we appreciate your time here, Mason Thompson. We'll see you later on as we progress through the series and season.
All right, 10-4.
Maverick Motorsports is number 81 here, Mason Thompson, as our field gets ready to fire him back off and fire him on down around the track. I'm running out of guys to talk with here, folks. I'm not gonna lie, I pretty much covered the entire field here tonight. I wouldn't have thought of anything I would have been able to get that many in here in one shitting, but I have indeed. The only ones I've left out so far are Parker White, as well as, I believe, Tyler Justice. So Parker White, Tyler Justice, Ryan Beckering, Mike Cambeo, and Connor the Ferrari Jafari, and Richard Kirker are the only ones I have not talked with here. So if you guys want anybody in that list I just named off, feel free to let me know. Speaking of Kirker, look at this. We're going to see an old rivalry revisited here. That 39 MAV TV of Aiden Kirker told me earlier today there's one name he wants to knock down more than anybody else. It's the man right beside him. Launching them off on the front straightaway here. Let's get them back up and running and back down in. Here we go. Green flag is out. It's go time. Kirker is going to try to keep his distance, keep himself under control. Parker White has already pretty much jumped ahead, trying to get away from the field. I think this is literally his last-ditch effort to try and stay away and ahead of the track and the drivers that follow in pursuit. Emma Washington saying, "Ooh, bring in Richard Kirker." I'll try that. Kind of parsing their way back around right now. Tyler Justice on the outside now. Look like he's got the power up the speed, looking to try to hit this one up. The gearhead, number 12. Looking to really get the creamer going, make this coffee a little sweeter because he is pounding that throttle up to the front. On the inside line, Mitch Hobbs, though, the Nebula Esports, my friend, is not going to give up to this one yet. The esports crew does not want to give these guys any shakes or any chances at losing it. They know that this is literally one of the biggest races for them this season that they have to try to cap off from, because again, this is only the second race, but it can tell the tale for what can happen later on in this one. A little bit of problem down there though for Brennan John. Kohler off track and out of the place. He's all over the place down there. All over the place. That warrants a PTM instant replay here. Let's find out what happened. Cole Williams right behind him. I don't know. Maybe they tangled a little bit. Did a little whiskey tango down there or what happened, but we'll see. No, actually even getting Gangitano out of turn 4. Talk about trying to save that thing, and though he was lost and gone, but thankfully the wall was there to help kind of structure him back down a little bit. Well, that's one good thing that wall's good for. I'll give it that down there. Mark Lewis, the 84, right behind the 66 of Justin R. Smith, but Smith trying to just stay ahead of the charge, to stay ahead of that little problem territory that could follow in behind. Joseph Costello in the 60, and then the number 2 of Hayes Booth now back up in the top 5 section. Emma, if I get a chance, I will bring in Rich Kirker, see if he will have time to talk with us here in a little bit. Although I believe he may be still in pit road. I think he's getting cleaned up down there, so. The Iceman is now coming up to the end of the fight now. Aiden Kirker trying to get the MAV TV plus 39 ahead of Parker White. Parker was driving it in extremely hard earlier. Now Kirker with the advantage, but remember, look at the lap counter and what we saw earlier with White. He certainly had no qualms about literally just charging in later and just waiting for that right moment. This might not be the strategy I think that Kirker wants to know or see about. This could be the event. This could be what White is being opportunistic about. You can see he's letting Kirker maybe get a bright idea, maybe thinking, oh, I'll let you in, but that's all good. No, I'm not going to give you no trouble. Why not? I'm just going to run away from you now. That's the thing you got to worry about when you face that guy like his caliber and his stature. It's all mental in the driving zone and in the field position. Tyler Justice and Mitch Hobbs right now battling it out for the top 3 spots. No one gives an inch here, and no one gives any troubles to that list. I think Mitch right now is trying to find the racing Bible. He knows what trades he turns to. He turns to the Bible to the racing. Oh, hold on a minute. We got a problem down there. Kyle Camper. Oh, wait. Who put that pace truck in through Kyle Camper's 91? What the heck? The pace truck does not. Who is driving that pace truck down there? Did the drunk guy from Talladega get back in the car and try to take that thing for a spin? What the heck is going on down there? Oh, Lord. I feel bad for Camper. He had to see the pace truck pretty much come in between and all over the place, and I thought we were going to have a PT Missile replay to show you, but we did not have anything to get out here, unfortunately. Nothing to show. We'll show you the ending of what caused that caution and what we saw. I'll pop up here in just a second here. Camper will be pretty much in through turn 1 and down into turn 2's apron here. There he goes. Whoa. That little big spin around there, unfortunately, for that 91. Hard to really say what happened exactly or what went wrong, but nevertheless, field is still out and about and on the charge. And I believe Richard has left the building, so I don't know if he's going to really want to talk with us, folks, but we'll try and ask him anyway. Richard, you got a minute, buddy?
Yeah, I got a minute.
All right, yeah, we didn't want to bring you in if you weren't wanting to talk, but we did have some fans that wanted to hear from you, so we just want to see if you're okay from that wreck down there.
Oh yeah, I'm all right. That was all my fault. I want to apologize for ruining Brendan's night, and I got loose there going into turn 3, hit the wall, bounced off the wall, and unfortunately Brendan was there, and I hit him, and so just rough night. This is a tough track. This is a very tough track. A lot of guys are having a tough time out there. Very slippery, very loose. So, but we're all good. We'll move on to next week.
For sure. There now, I know I got to ask you a little bit of a little family reunion here, a little family going here, but I know you got Aiden the Iceman Kirker, up on the outside line of Parker White, and he's been pretty much charging ahead against him quite a bit here. What do you really have thoughts on for Aiden to try to maybe take down Parker on his short track resume here?
Well, those guys, they've been racing each other for quite a while, and they always tend to put on a really good show because they're both just top-notch, very respectful. And so I'll tell you, it's a draw between the two of them because I've seen them race many a times before. And, I think it could go either way. Of course, I'm rooting for my son, and I know he's got the ability to do it, so go Aiden.
All right, well, nevertheless, ladies and gentlemen, and Emmett Washington, since you asked for him, our boy Richard Kirker giving you a little insight what's going on and what happened down there. Richard, appreciate you tuning in, buddy.
Thanks, bud.
From Maverick Motorsports, ladies and gentlemen, that was Richard Kirker on the line, as you heard him also say, trying to show a little love to his boy down there in Aiden the Iceman Kirker. And right now, the way the laps are looking at, I'm not sure what we're looking at pit stop lengthwise. I think it's a good time to bring that up. Yeah, we do have those on display here for you. Just be aware of that. Here's what it looks like right now. And currently, if I'm going to be honest with you folks, right now White and Kirker are dead even, but the way Kirker was driving off on those corners and on the runs, he seemed like he was struggling a little bit to keep the speed, keep it maintained in. I think if anything, Kirker needs a good restart, and he needs to find that outside line quickly before White gets there. Otherwise, this is all White's to lose. But I will say there is one big caveat, and there is one big little thing in there. You may notice that little yellow bar across that stripe in 5th and 6th. The boys in Hayes Boom and Jared T. Darlin both just went into pit road, and look where they're positioned at, 5th and 6th. If they find a way around the 3rd and 4th place spot and get to White and Kirker, I honestly gotta believe all bets are off. I think White is gonna have his hands full, and Kirker will have even bigger problem on his hands. These guys got something to prove. Here we go, back to the action. Last minute opportunity to strike and make big time and strike gold here on the show. Oh, and the 12 gets completely topped out of turn 2. Tyler Justice spun on around, gone for a ride, nowhere to go, and sent to the shallow realm he be. Holy moly, that did not go according to plan, if you ask me, for some of these guys. Let's take a look. I know I said he got dumb. I just want to double check here. See right here, was this the bump and run? That was a very light bump and run, but it's still a bump and run to say the least. I don't think he meant it. I think he was trying to rattle his cage. I don't think he was trying to spin him, if you know what I mean. That is a tough break, though, there for the number 12. really was putting on a show, putting on a fight all day long, and now, unfortunately, now has to try to get out of this mess. Wow. I mean, what can you say, guys? That can be racing sometimes. It's a cruel sport. Speaking of being a cruel sport, let's go ahead and talk with one of our youngsters here tonight, the youngest driver of this field, actually, but in my opinion, probably one of the toughest to beat when he gets it dialed in, that being the Ferrari, Connor Chafari. Connor, you know, I know it has not been the best kind of night for you in that team there, unfortunately struggling to keep the car in one shape, but so far, if I had to give an A for effort, at least, I'll give you that, man. You right now, that thing should be totaled up and damaged, and you're still fighting. Impressive stuff.
Yeah, so I think, I don't know, early in this race, Keelan and I got together there, and when I went on my car to check my damage, my iRacing just froze. So it basically crashed. So then I think I lost like 8 laps, which was really unfortunate there. And then I thought, okay, I might be able to get some positions back here. And then I think a little later on, me and John, I think, got together, and that gave me a meatball. I lost a little bit more laps. So I've just been really just trying to hang on in here and get what positions I can from this race. It's just not been a good night.
I can understand that one there, but I mean, nevertheless, here, of course, it's just only the second race of the season. Plenty of races to go for you and your team. What's going to be the main thing you guys focus on as you head off to your next track, which right now we're showing on the schedule. We'll head down to Auto Club Speedway next time out.
Probably just focus on the sales, be a little more consistent, and then I think once I get used to the open setups and how they work, I think I'll be a lot better.
All right, well, nevertheless, Connor, I do appreciate your time here tonight, sir. Hopefully you can get indeed that Lot 9 machine all figured out and set up for the long hauls as we continue on with this season. From Black Crowd Racing, ladies and gentlemen, the Ferrari, Connor Jafari. And things may be getting a little bit crazier out here because right now Mitch Hobbs, even though he had that little bump there, ends up now taking over the 4th place spot. Jared T. Darling and Hayes Booth up one as well here, and I gotta believe for Darling, he might just be the guy to be the dark horse and win this. We saw that pit strategy a little earlier. Those tires are set in and really giving him a big opportunity to strike here. Joseph R. Costello, hey, it's me, I'm 6. Hey, Joseph, good to have you on board tonight, bud. Laurie Bennett saying, how old is Connor? He's only 14, guys. He's 14 years of age. He was 13 when we met him, but he had his birthday, and now he's 1 year older. Which makes me sound like an old man. I don't know why in the world. I'm only 23, and people say I make myself sound like I'm old. I make myself sound like I'm old because I'm dealing with youngsters all the time, man. Some of these guys ought to kick my butt, and they're like 9 years younger than me. All jokes aside, we're getting ready to fire this one back in, ladies and gentlemen. The 18 laps to go, and right now Parker is not in the proverbial spot I think he wants to be in. I think if anything, he was hoping for a longer run to help himself out. Going into pit road is like it's going to be basically a death sentence. We'll see if he can get good jumps on the restarts and hold shots here. Fire him back up and off the start. Here we go. Kirker had to get ahead quickly before Jared got that run. He's not going to get him here. Jared is on the inside. Here comes the number 1 charging his way up to the front. Mitch Hobbs losing a little bit of ground there, nearly spinning it out a little bit. The 2 of Hayes Booth now up into the fight and into the zone right now. This is a long, hard battle here for the top 5, top 10 drivers. Hayes trying to hold down Costello. Costello looking for a little move on the outside, a little power-based maneuver there. But again, you got to remember, you can drift up extremely easy, just like you would at Dover International Speedway here at the Rock. Rockingham Speedway is a no-joke kind of facility, no gimmies here. With Costello getting the kind of speeds around there, I'm kind of wondering what his pit strategy was. He did the same thing that Booth and Darling did. And that's why he's pretty much getting a lot of run up there. Mason Thompson, a little bit of problems down there, but there's even more problems down for the 2 of Hayes Booth. Booth loses a lot of ground in there, spins it slightly coming off that of turn 1 and 2. And now for Darling, he's the last of his team to even have a fight up to the front. 15 laps remain. The drama now setting in for these drivers. Kirker is catching White. Does White have enough time to hold down 2 guys for the price of admission? We know what these drivers can do and the respect they have for one another, but when it all boils down to it, they're after one thing, to prove they are the best. Oh no, Costello right into the side there of Cole Williams. Cole Williams gets tagged in half. Watch out, maneuver around, maneuver. Oh boy, watch out boys, keep it going, there you go. Cole Williams, unfortunately, though, not getting the same fate Costello did there. Ended up getting caught up in the worst kind of breaks. He falls back literally about 6-7 positions back. Now he's back in 15th. He's still up 12 spots considering where he qualified at. Whoa! And Wes Weidman, the 85, spinning it right on the front straightaway. They keep it green, though. They won't change it just yet. They wanted to keep firing at it. The laps are winding down. This is going to come to a very big ending here with 12 to go. Kirker is firing with everything he's got on Parker White. Parker, this last bit has held off the run from Kirker, but Kirker is still right in the brigade and in position to take him down if he's not careful here. We'll see what the lap time shows in this next go around. I got a feeling. Go, but that's not going to happen this time. Kirker is going to have to now charge from the front. We got another caution, and White slowing it down to a crawl here. A lot of smoke coming out of one of our drivers. I think that's a 33. It's Tyler Collin. Yes, it is. A big puff of smoke there, unfortunately, for the 33. We'll take it to the PT Mr. Replay and see if we can get a good idea what happened here. Comes right in. Oh, you can see what happened there. He ended at Mason Thompson. And next thing you know, that thing is a little bit more damaged up than I think he wanted it to be. And look at this. The field heads into pit road. Almost the entire group is going for it. White, Kirker, Darling, Hobbs, Booth, everybody. This is not going to be pretty. If you're in that back of that pack now, you've got to really fight your way into this one. Mike Kimbe, oh, he's not going to actually try it, is he? He's not going to actually try and actually run with that car up front and sink and hold down the boys. I think he's actually going to go for it, folks. I mean, the laps wise, I don't blame his strategy, but this is kind of a dangerous maneuver here. That DaxSlayer.com number 24 is literally going to have to hold down on the outside of him. Parker White with a fresh set of tires, and Justin R. Smith even with a fresh set of tires and fuel in there. On paper, you would think staying out front would give you an opportunity to strike while the iron's hot. The only downside is really you're looking at 2 heavy hitters. Well, really, it will hold the track to be a set of heavy hitters, but there's just no gimmies and no getting around what can happen here with this field. We're going to stay away from really bringing anybody else in the chat, race fans. We've got to get this one finished up and call this one a night. Parker White will get his golden wish and golden sentence here. Looks like Cambeo decided not to try it. Y'all blame him for at least giving the heart. You got to give the man charisma and character for trying out, but I don't think he honestly thought really that thing was going to hold out as long as it would have. Damage on that front end was just too severe, and the car itself was just too destroyed. White and Smith will have the gun in the fight here. Darling, Kirker will fall in right behind him, and Aiden Kirker, I gotta believe, is not too thrilled about that caution coming out the way it did, because again, he had a golden opportunity to strike and get a chance at possibly knocking down his biggest rival, in my opinion, because really, who else is there out here that before we had Parker. You know, before we had these new guys that are top tier level, honestly, Kirker was the man everybody wanted to knock down. He was the fastest, the toughest of them all. He was the one that really was like the holy grail of drivers to beat. But now the field has changed. The game plans have changed. Everything has become an all-out war zone. It's become a no sayers, no do-gooders will fight it out for the end kind of racing ordeal. There are no gimmies in these races, and there will definitely be no gimmies in these league battles. This right here is possibly our last caution of the night. It's coming to you live here on Facebook, and if you're watching on YouTube, we appreciate you tuning in as well. Be sure to catch it more of the action by subscribing there. Let's get back to this one, though. We're ready to finish the night off. And look from behind here, Christian Swenson, man. I don't know how the heck he's going to think to run that one in as hard as he is. Going to work for him, but Jared T. Darling isn't going to be too thrilled about that one. Bumped and run and sent to these skirts and out of the outhouse he goes. Hayes Booth is the last of his teammates now to come up and have a little go at these guys. The number 2 trying to fight it in. The 39 of Kirker is right there on the outside. Parker's already pretty much left the building. You might as well consider him bye-bye. He must have turned on the instinct and turned it to bye-bye, baby, because he is gone and cannot be seen. Kirker trying to hold it down, little drift off of turn 4. He saw him get completely sideways there for just a brief minute. Now Mitch Hobbs on the outside, a little bit of damage on that left side, on that left rear corner panel. That is not going to help his cause any. Kirker looking to make the move in the charge. Field rescue right behind though. Costello swats it. It's getting into it. Swenson have wrecked. Campers going for a spin. Oh boy. Woohoo. And now this is green-white checkered territory, folks. Or as I like to call it, saving grace kind of moment. Because right about now, you'll be able to save grace if you're that race leader. Let's find out what happened here. Swenson and Costello getting into one another. And you can see right here, Swenson just barely tapping the 60 and off to the distance into the outhouse he goes. And even Camper just couldn't get out of that one either. What a tough break there, to say the least. I think the boys thought they were going to go into pit road. They knew better than that one. With Parker is playing with them, that's for sure. Cabello does go into pit road, so does Connor the Ferrari, Jafari, and Costello, both badly damaged up, unfortunately. Maybe trying to just get something fixed up a little bit just to survive the last couple laps here. Remember, they can only have so much time to get them done, though. They do not have any instant repairs to work with. You wreck and crash, that's on you. There's nothing you can do about it. Swally Bennett coming on board saying, come on, Hayes, we know it. Hayes has got a lot of love down there. Right now, they're trying to root the boy on. A youngster, 15 years of age, you see right now in the top 4. His teammate we just saw a minute ago, Jared T. Darling, was in that second place running until he got the old love tap there and sent off into the distance, but he's still in a possible fighting scenario. Mitch Hobbs, newcomer in the Nebula Esports gang, has been pretty much lights out on this fight tonight, while Andy Iceman Kirker has been in that spot as well here. So as you've already kind of may have figured out right now, this is a green-white checkered moment here. And there's really only a couple ways they can go about it. Either they could do the helmet catch between the Giants and the Patriots, or you could literally do the Chiefs versus the Buccaneers at the Super Bowl kind of moment. That's the way these green-white checkers can be sometimes. It can be literally a sensational moment, or it could be a disaster just waiting to happen because everybody will want to pass each other in as quick as they can. And on a short track like this, you just know these drivers have it in the back of their mind. This could get interesting. The lights are off on the pace truck. Now the time has come. Can Mitch Hobbs find a way to take down White? Can Aiden Kirker find a way to knock him down? White has led a good chunk of this one, folks. He led nearly half of the race when he was up front, and when he's up in that fight, man, he has just been lights out. Kirker, Hobbs, and Booth have all been in the running, in the fight this entire time. None of them want to give an inch or give any chances here. This could go either way here. Randy 2 is coming on board saying Madison MS running with the number 2 tonight. Well, right now that number 2 wants to be not number 2, but number 1. The only way to do it, though, is to beat the number 1. And I think you guys got whoever that is figured out already. This is it. This time by pace truck. Off the track, out into the pit exit. Looking for the restart zone. They pack him up tight, get him set to the start. Green flag is out. Here we go. Kirker had no choice. He has to sneak his way inside. Can't get around the 89 though. Mitch Hobbs will literally block and defend him out. Kirker now having to deal with Ace Booth right on his outside, charging ahead. White trying to get a good run off away there from the 89. He has the field right behind him. Coming to a stacked run here. No driver left down this one. To the white flag we go. And there's problems down there for Aiden Kirker. Kirker is crashed on the front straightaway. Aiden Kirker is out. He's crashed it on the front stretch. Mitch Hobbs, the only one left. If he even has a chance, can he even get to him? I don't think he's going to have time. Out of turn 3, down in turn 4. Parker White regains the win. It returns to victory lane at the Rock. Mitch Hobbs comes away second with Hayes Booth a close third. And Brendan John Kohler, give credit to that man. He had to start from the back quite a few times, managed to work it up to 4th. And a heavy hitter in the top, running up 10 spots. Brady Burger time. Wow, in the 44 rounds out the top 5. What a racing. Oh boy. That got interesting. There he is, just official, made results. The 95 wins it. Here on PT Race TV, he returns to the promised land that he knows all too well. Fans pouring out the emotions. They are happy with the guys here tonight. And the Nebula Esports crew showing they are the threat that many want to knock down. You might as well call them the Hendrick Motorsports crew at this point. Well, while they have a little bit of a love fest down there, let's take a look at our race results now, presented by Race Tech Killings here tonight. Parker wins it for his team. Second going to Mitch Hobbs. Third to Hayes Booth. Fourth to Brendan Kohler. Fifth to Brady Burger Time Weileman. Sixth to Justin R. Smith. Seventh to Jared C. Darling. Eighth to Cole Williams. Ninth to Wes Wyman. 10th to Keelan Belsha. Rounds out your top 10 here tonight. We'll show the other results in the drivers in this one. Whew, my oh my, folks. It has been a long, hard race for some of these folks, and some getting away with murder, some just getting sent to the shadow realm and not able to escape the traps and the deaths down there. But it certainly was a show here tonight, to say the least. We now will bring in our top 3 here, race fans. Let's bring them on board. Starting out 3rd place here tonight. I don't think there's any doubt in our mind who this one is. Ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce to you in your 3rd place, and the number 2, it is Hayes Booth. Now joining me here in Hayes, congratulations on a 3rd place finish here tonight. I know it definitely was not what you was after here. I know you was looking for a little bit more than just that, but boy, did you have to have a little bit of a comeback, having to fight your way in after getting a little tag there in turn 1 from the start.
Oh man, that
Man, everybody watched the race. They know how it was and what kind of race that was. So I'm just not gonna say anything about it. Um, yeah. Glad to come out with the podium. And Brennan, he just came out of nowhere coming back with the P4, so that's pretty cool. Um, and then yeah, it was really all over the place for us. I hate it for Brendan, man. He was by far, out of the four of us Walter Esports guys, he was by far the best one. He had the best shot at beating Parker there, and he passed him early on in the race, got to the lead. Um, but something happened with the lap car. I'm not exactly sure what, and he just lost it because of it, which really sucks. I mean, I definitely think he could have had a shot to win if that didn't happen. So I mean, that's really unfortunate. But yeah, it was really an up and down race for just about anybody that was in it, except for Parker. I'd say Parker led almost the whole thing, which kudos to him. Congrats to him on the win. Yeah, it was a good day for our team. Finished third, fourth, seventh, and 13th. So three of us finishing in the top seven. Pretty solid for our team, I'd say. So, yeah, overall, I'd say it was a decent day for us.
It certainly was indeed, but nevertheless, here a third place finish here tonight with a good podium to your name. I gotta ask you, my friend, who do you want to thank you for getting you into this podium finish?
Yeah, I just gotta thank Walter Esports, Bob Boyd Honda, Elite Performance Industries, JC Graphics, all the admins at RTC. This is a an awesome league. I consider this league to be my second home, my second family. So, always love coming out to race with these guys. I want to thank all you guys at PTM for broadcasting. Y'all put on a great broadcast for us to go back and watch, and for our fans to watch. And I want to thank my parents. I heard them yelling throughout some crazy points in the race in the living room. Want to thank them for watching. And my grandfather, everybody that watches me race and supports me. And yeah, hopefully we'll come back and get the dub next week in Fontana.
For sure there. Well, nevertheless, hey, you got some work to do down in Auto Club. We'll see you then, my friend. Congratulations, though, here at Rockingham for your third place finish.
Yes, sir. Thank you, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, Rockingham Speedway sees Hayes in the booth, number 2, coming away with the third place finish here tonight. Now joining me here in your second place podium, Mitch Hobbs here in pit road. And Mitch, I know you was really looking for an opening or a little bit of a place to strike there, but when Kirker goes for a little ride there out of turn 4, I think the guy was probably putting a little pedal to the metal on to catch White, but White just was too far ahead. What happened out there, bud?
Yeah, Parker was in a league of his own. It was an interesting race. There were certainly points where it was disappointing to have run-ins with other drivers and really precarious situations. But overall, for a first race ever at Rockingham, it went really well. I think we had one of the best long-run cars. The Nebula setup was just flying today. Huge thanks to all the Nebula guys: Parker, Sartaj, Cole, Joel was helping out. Brody too. It's huge thanks to all of them for really making a great set. We were tight early, but as it started to rubber in and track temp went down a little bit, balance was just perfection. And on those long runs, even after getting a lot of damage, we were really just able to carve through the field. So it was really fun to drive. I mean, there's no chance I'm catching Parker, but it was cool to be best of the rest.
May not have been a chance here, but nevertheless, you still had yourself a good showing and a good presentation here on this track of all things at Rockingham. So I got to ask you, Mitch, as you are walking away here tonight with, of course, that second place finish, who do you want to thank you for this one?
Yep, just thanks to all the Nebula boys and Parker, no longer Nebula. Have fun at Norse Force. We're going to miss you. Huge thanks to all of them who worked on this setup. I think I already kind of said Brody, Sartaj, Joel helped out. Cole and Parker. I mean, I'd like to say I was a part of it, but I was given the set, made a few tweaks myself, but it was really, they just set me up with a rocket ship. So huge props to them. I was glad we were able to bring it home for the team. Overall, I think we definitely could have done better, but it's Rockingham. It happens.
It certainly is indeed, but nevertheless, here plenty of races to go in the season, plenty of time here tonight. Mitch Hobbs, appreciate your time here, sir.
Absolutely.
Ladies and gentlemen, your second place finisher tonight, the 89, Mitch Hobbs. He now finally joins us here in BT Racing TV Victory Lane. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back, Parker White, the 95. And Parker, I was talking about it a little bit more as we went along with this race coming to the very end. I thought, to be honest with you, things could get a little weird, a little bit crazy if there was given the opportunity for some of these guys to kind of catch you. But when you had that last caution, finally get you a chance to get in a pit road and get a fresh set of tires, it was never looking back, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, that race just had like so many events go on. Like right off the start, I knew it would be fast. Like Cole Williams, Joe Blewett, a few of my teammates or my old teammates, I guess you could say. We've been putting in a ton of work for this race ever since Daytona. We put like hundreds and hundreds of laps in before this race to try to get good both short run and long run. And we did a very good job of doing that, obviously. So I feel like the Walter U Sports guys were better overall in the short run. Because Brendan Kohler and I were basically, I'd say we're probably the two fastest cars there, but unfortunately, we couldn't really show all of our speed because Cole had to start in the back because of an issue in qualifying, and then Mitch had to come from midfield, and then Sertaj got wrecked out. So I was basically on my own, but then Mitch was able to do a great job of just hanging on, just using what he could to get a good finish there, and he got second, so that's really good for us. But yeah, like I said, that was such an eventful race. Like we weren't having many long runs, which I wasn't really happy with because we put so much time into this setup and getting it good for a long run, and we didn't really get to show that well. But there was one run where Brendan Kohler and I were able to kind of gap the field and kind of battle with each other for a bit. But then I was able to get back by him because he ran the top and brought the tires off a bit. Got tight on exit, and I was able to just drive on by and then just sat still from there. And then a yellow came out, unfortunately. So, like I said, a really solid day. We led the most laps, showed some speed, a little in qualifying, started second. So, gained one spot, finished first. Just overall, a really good day for me and the team.
Certainly was indeed here, Parker. You're walking away with the W once again. First one of the new season. Who got you here, and who do you want to thank you for this one?
Yeah, like I said, I just got to thank Cole Williams, Joe Blewett, just everyone that put in all this time for testing to get this set up where it is. I'd also like to thank everyone that came out here to race tonight, you, Christian, for the broadcast. I'd also like to thank North Force Racing, SRD Setups, and Snowman Studios.
I appreciate your time here, Parker. Once again, man, what a season has been, and starting to back up the way you had it ended last time with a win here tonight. Appreciate your time, and congratulations, sir.
All right, thank you, Christian.
Ladies and gentlemen, the number 95, your winner, Parker White, here at Rockingham, and that's all but going to do it here tonight for you fans. So, race fans, next time we come at you will be tomorrow night, doubleheader, Richmond Super Late Models for Pedal to Metal, and then it will be a little action-packed adventure with Spartan Logistic Management LLC, where they'll bring out the Truck Series now on the show once more. But for now, we must call it quits and call it a day. So from all of us here at PT Race TV, thank you. Please be safe. God bless. Take care. I love you guys from the bottom of my heart here on PT Race TV. Signing out for the night. I'll see you next time.